What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Liverpool Sporting Club de Portugal post-match analysis video. What did you think of this preseason game? What did you think of Mignolet's howler? And also, do you think Liverpool need to sign a new player? And I was very impressed by Bruno Fernandes in particular. He scored a long-range goal against Simon Mignolet, which was a goalkeeping mistake, but still that shot had so much power that I just wished at that moment that Bruno Fernandes became a Liverpool player, because he looks like a fantastic player. And also, I think Mignolet redeemed himself in the second half. He made a couple of world-class saves. There was a particular double save from close range, which was very impressive. But still, I'm very happy that Mignolet is not Liverpool's first-choice goalkeeper anymore. And Divock Origi scored again, and we played with Wijnaldum and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wing, and maybe Jurgen Klopp was trying out different solutions for the start of the season, because you know that Mane, Salah and Firmino probably won't be ready for the first couple of games of the season, so Liverpool might need to deploy different players on the wing in those moments. And I was actually very impressed by Wijnaldum and also Oxlade-Chamberlain, who was very direct running at the defense, and Wijnaldum had a couple of really good moments, and Wijnaldum also scored a very good goal after a defensive mistake by former Liverpool player Thiago Ilori. So guys, if you enjoy the Liverpool content, make sure to leave a like on this video. It takes a second for you guys to like the video and it really helps me out, and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool news and transfer news on this channel. And defensively, Liverpool looked very suspect, very shaky, and that was worrying because Liverpool started the game with their strongest lineup at the moment, with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Matip and Van Dijk at the defense, but Sporting caused Liverpool a lot of problems. And I think the Liverpool players are a little bit rusty, still coming back from holiday, but we need to regain our sharpness as quickly as possible, because if we start the season like this, we will concede goals left, right and center. In the past 3 games in pre-season, we conceded a lot of goals, and that's just not a good look, not a good thing. And I think the Liverpool players, and Robertson also said in an interview, need to regain their sharpness and need to get some confidence back into their play. Robertson's cross for that Henderson header was brilliant, and then the rebound was tucked in by Divock Origi. And I will be honest, I was very impressed with Origi in the latest games. He was always in the right place at the right time, and he was again getting a poacher's goal, if you like, tucking in the rebound, just like what he did against Barcelona for Origi's first goal, the game's opening goal. And I think that bodes well for us, that if Origi has this killer striker instinct, he will score a lot of goals for Liverpool this season if he keeps this up. And remember that Nathaniel Clyne limped off in our 3-2 defeat to Borussia Dortmund. The medical results came back, and it's devastating news. It's probably the worst news for Nathan Clyne that he could have. He ruptured his ACL, and he will be out for at least 6 months. That's the interior cruciate ligaments, and that is the same injury that Danny Ings suffered, that Joe Gomez suffered previously, that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain suffered, and that probably rules out Clyne for the majority of next season. This is what Jurgen Klopp said about this news. What can I say other than how gutted we all are for Clyne? He was training and playing so well, he was in outstanding shape. Clearly, an injury of this nature isn't a happy moment for any player, but the silver lining for Clyne is that, according to the medical guys, it's a straightforward ACL injury. This means fixing it and coming back from it should follow a path that is free from any pitfalls and complications. At the moment, there isn't much more to say beyond we will all support Clyne in whatever way we can, and we look forward to seeing him back on the pitch as soon as responsibly possible. He's such a good professional, and he's naturally very fit and strong, so all these things are in his favor. The only pro about this news is that now we will probably not sell Clyne permanently, in the summer transfer window. Crystal Palace was lurking around Clyne, and there were rumors that they will put in a good bid that Liverpool will accept. But now it looks like Clyne, with his ACL torn, will stay at Liverpool at least until next summer. So maybe for the second half of the season we will have another backup right back. At Liverpool, if they don't sign a fullback in the summer transfer window, we will be a little bit short in defense, because Joe Gomez can play as a backup for Trent Alexander-Arnold, but for Andrew Robertson we have young Lewis or James Milner who can play left back. We shouldn't put so much pressure on Andrew Robertson to pretty much play almost every game. That shouldn't really happen. I really want Liverpool to sign Ryan Sessegnon or somebody of that ilk, who is a very good, promising young left back, because Liverpool don't have a left back like Trent Alexander-Arnold coming through. I don't think Lewis is as talented, no disrespect to him. And also Larouci could be maybe a big talent, but he is also out injured at the moment. He got some bruising to his femur bone, which means that's like his upper bone in his leg. And that looks like it won't be a long injury, but he could be out for a few weeks, maybe a month maximum. So he will be back for like the second half of September, second half of August maybe, or the beginning of September. So if Larouci and Lewis can play back up to Robertson, that's fine, but I don't think they are ready for the rough and tumble of the Premier League. But we shall wait and see what happens. And Jurgen Klopp has admitted that he has been just as excited by everything Liverpool concerned as the Liverpool fans themselves over the last few weeks, taking every chance to share the moment with his players. This is what he said: "It's not that I have a WhatsApp group and I press a button and I send them to everyone, but yes, I have sent the videos. When you see something really nice and really funny or really touching or emotional, then I want to share it with the boys. Why not? Most of the time I think they have seen it before, because I'm not on social media. I think I've seen pretty much everything. I have all different views of the game, of the goals, of the things that were happening outside the stadium, of the parade. I have it. It's saved in my head. It helps you understand what it means for other people." And that's just brilliant news that Jurgen Klopp also follows all the Liverpool videos, the Liverpool content that is circulating around social media. And now let's listen to what Jurgen Klopp had to say about the pre-season tour so far, and also about the Sporting Liverpool game. This is what he said: "It was an intense time, an intense week, 3 games in a pretty short period. After a couple of days training in Liverpool for the boys who were in from the first day, it was absolutely okay. For the others it was maybe a bit too much, but we had to do it anyway for different reasons, so all good. It was nice to meet all the people who are obviously with us. Tonight it was an outstanding atmosphere. We were struck a bit in traffic traveling to the stadium, and I think probably all the people as well who decided to come here and to show up in the kind of way they showed up was nice. That's really good. From a sports point of view, I'm happy to go back, because a different time zone, you need a couple of days to adapt to it, and now we are in it, now we leave. It's all okay, we have an important week ahead of us. We go to Evian in France and have a proper training camp there. Before that we have a very tricky game against Napoli. The game against Lyon we pretty much organized only because of the boys who came back. Hopefully they can all feature for some minutes in that game. It would be really important. The impression outstanding, but after this trip nobody should talk to me too often anymore about the Champions League trophy. That's now finished. We don't carry it with us all the time still, but we really can start writing a new book or a new chapter or whatever in our history. And talking about the Clyne injury, he said it's a really shame that it happened. It was an enormous situation. We watched it back. Clyne himself thought it was just a knock, nothing else. That's how it felt in the first place. Of all the injuries you can get, an ACL is always the one you don't want to have. But if you get an ACL, then he has the best one, to be honest. It's isolated, it's only ACL, it's not 100% ruptured, but still needs surgery. That will all take time. But half a year is another half a year to show up again, so I don't think it will have a big influence on Clyne's career. But of course it's not a very good moment for a player, and for us it's not a good moment as well. You can prepare as much as you want, there are always problems you cannot prepare for, and this is one of them. And he was asked, will the injury influence Liverpool's transfer plans? And he said no, this injury will not have an influence on our transfers. And on the Sporting game, what he liked and what he didn't like, Jurgen Klopp said this: we have to work on everything, that's normal, but I liked a lot. A lot of moments in the first half I liked a lot. Positioning was much better, defending was better, we were closer together apart from the second goal we conceded. We were pretty wide, there was a lot of grass between our players. I have to watch that back, I don't know exactly how it happened. It was intense. We have players in the team who played tonight 60 or 70 minutes. With the training and the sessions we had, it's a bit too much usually actually, but we have to do it because we don't have that much time, so they had to go through that. The first half was really good. Then there was a little like a dip when everyone felt the intensity, but that's normal that you feel it. You only have to fight it. I liked a lot of the game tonight. We had sensational set pieces, really good goalie saves, and a bit of luck involved for Sporting. That was a really good step for us. And just my comment, Sporting, beyond the scoring 2 goals, they actually hit the post and they had a goal disallowed. So Liverpool could have conceded 4 goals tonight. But Liverpool also hit the post through Van Dijk from, I think Van Dijk headed it onto the post from a corner, so Liverpool also could have maybe scored 3 or 4 goals as well. The biggest challenges that Liverpool have faced in pre-season so far, Jurgen Klopp said this: in Notre Dame and Boston it was 100% the weather. I think we hit the 2 hottest days of the year pretty much. When we played, that was a big challenge, and for the session as well as the games. Pitches are always a challenge in America. They are wonderful stadiums, but they are usually not soccer stadiums, so it was a bit tricky. Tonight it was really funny because the pitch was not symmetric and everybody did a really good job to make it happen. The stadium was really good and I liked it a lot. It's not allowed for me to say too many good things about the Yankees because we are obviously Red Sox, but from a professional point of view, they were really nice to us. It was a very good experience, especially for the young boys. It was really nice to be here. But it is good as well to go back because we play in England and Europe. So to go back to train and play in those conditions we are used to, everything is fine. We had injuries, especially to Clyne now and Paul Glatzel, the young kid. But apart from that, we came through so far. That's really important to us. Now we get back hopefully 6 players when we get home. Naby Keita should be ready to train. Shaqiri should be ready. And then hopefully Mo Salah, Bobby and Alisson. And then a week later Sadio Mane joins as well. They are obviously really important players for us. So far so good, but we have things to improve and we have to make sure we are ready for the start and then continue. That's it. And on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's game time, Jurgen Klopp said this: 2 starts in a row with 60 minutes in both games for Ox. That's very important. Today he was a bit unlucky. Ox had a bit of a calf problem. It's not a tear or whatever, it's just he has it from time to time when the intensity gets maybe a bit too high for him. But he had to go through the first 15 or 20 minutes. Ox was really involved in the game. He was really good. And then he felt that and he couldn't really be part of the game anymore. Apart from that, it's been really important. So far, he could make pretty much all sessions, which is unbelievably important. Very positive things. There are a lot of positive things in pre-season so far. We know it. Every year the same is pre-season. You have these kind of games that are important, but have no real value in the end, because the Premier League, the intensity, the concentration level, everything, you can see it immediately. It is on a completely different level when you start those competitions. We have to talk about these games now because we didn't play any other games, and there are some things I liked, some things I didn't like, but we can work on both. With the team we have, it's not the longest period, but it must be long enough from us. And on the performances of Brewster, Harry Wilson and Ryan Kent in pre-season, Jurgen Klopp said there were very good moments, very good moments, especially Harry. They are good players. Brian had sensational moments in the Sevilla game. One-on-one situations are his big strength. He's a wonderful kid, a wonderful player. Harry as well. Ryan is in a similar situation like Ox is. He didn't play for a long time, so that he could do all the sessions is very important, and he did all the sessions, especially around the Sevilla game. You could see in training it is a bit too much for him, but in sports it is a bit like this. You cannot only train on the sunny days, you have to work on the other days as well. Very good moments in pre-season, but it is for all the boys always a big challenge as well to show up. They probably feel under pressure, which they shouldn't, but it is natural that it happens, and I am happy about that. So what a brilliant interview from Jurgen Klopp. I think Liverpool played better against Sporting than we did against Sevilla and against Dortmund, but still I think Liverpool can find another gear, and the Evian training camp is crucial because last year we went also to the same training camp for a week, and that's where Liverpool really worked on their fitness and their tactics, and after that, you know, Liverpool started the season flying, and let's hope that the same thing happens this season as well. We will have 2 more games than usual, the Community Shield final and the European Super Cup final, and we have to travel to Istanbul for that game, so it's a long journey for Liverpool, and yeah, I'm really hopeful that with Naby Keita, Shaqiri and Mo Salah, Alisson and Firmino, and then later Sadio Mane joining, Liverpool go to another level with these players. These are like 5-6 world-class players who were missing so far in pre-season, so we shouldn't be too harsh on Liverpool in my opinion. But yeah, let me know, what did you think of the preseason game? Joel Matip also gave his verdict on the preseason game. It was an intense period with good moments. We worked hard to get a better fitness level and to get back in the mood. We still have a lot of work to do. We are working hard. I'm looking forward and we are confident. We know it's a long way to go and we still have a lot to improve, but we are on a good way. So Joel Matip is confident that Liverpool will improve and we will start the season well, so I'm looking forward to that. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.